So here is what I have so far. There's a map editor, and you can load in a map layout, different hexes or different terrains, so grassland, forest, water, desert. Anything left blank will autofill. For objects, let me in the registry. So you can place specific objects. So if you want to start with a house, city center, watchtower, you can. You can also have different runes for each of the buildings. So down here, instead of a normal watchtower, it'll be a broken one. Stamps are mountain ranges or canyons or lakes, whatever you want. That's this big purple right here. The border sets whatever border you want to have. Resources, you can. Resources, right now there's just ore and lumber, but you can place them down manually if you want. If not, they will auto spawn. And then for the agents, it's basically your followers, and you can place them in the scene wherever you want. So over here, we have one of the agents, and that is Mira. For the agent editor, click on Mira. Each agent can have a different mesh for alive and their tombstone. A name, if they're generic, it's going to take from a list of just generic names and prayers that can be randomly spawned in when you want. Each person can have different portraits, so the regular one, shrouded, when you don't know anything about them, undead, and then the frame that goes around it. Backstory, personality is how easy or hard it is to have them follow you. And then for prayers, you can have a separate image for the actual prayer, description of it, and different ways of solving it. If I wanted to make a new agent, I'll just do new prefab, have agent, be Fred. When you type in a name, it updates all the data down here, so everything's organized. They can start alive, dead, or undead. For their prefab, I'm just going to do alive mesh, dead mesh. I'm going to leave all of this blank, and then you can go to add prayer. And once you know what the prayer is, you have a few different resolution types. So it can be clear fog, make a building, upgrade a building. A specific agent is dead, alive, on a hex, has a job, different miracles cast, all sorts of things. So if they want to have an upgrade to the city, they can say building placed, add multiple buildings, and so like we want a city center, and we want a house, and we want a watchtower, and we want one city center, 2 houses, and 3 watchtowers. That will resolve the prayer. Then once you get into the game, there we go. It creates whatever map was loaded in. So we have the big mountain over here, and you can see that some desert and some water was spawned in here. You have a few different selection methods. You have buildings, where you can select buildings and a few other things. If you hit F or this button here, you have your followers, and they'll have a list of all of the named followers in the scene, not the generic ones. If you click on it, you just get information about them and their prayer. You can also click on the orb to get that same information. Then R is resources, all the different resources you have in the store, which store doesn't exist yet. And for this person, their prayer is guide me to the old city, which right now is just this really city center. You can answer it, which gets that orb to go away, and you can create a sign for where you want them to go. You hit spacebar, it ends turn. I do want to have an actual animation, not them jumping from grid to grid. But then they get to where they want to go. You click on it, you now know a bit more about this person because you are interested in them, because you helped them with a prayer. You can relocate them, so if you don't want them there, you can drag them over here. That will eventually update their job, so if you drag them to a lumber mill, they will get lumber. And create different buildings. So I can make a totem, which gives you more power per turn. So now I'm getting 5 power per turn, or 6. So you get 1 by default. And when you click on some buildings, you can have different upgrades. So I'm going to do the warehouse. And what this allows you to do in resource mode is, if you click on a hex with multiple resources, ask which one you want to select, or you can say, I only want lumber. And then you can drag it over here, or if you just want to do ore, this, you can drag that over there. I'm also going to build a bell tower, and you can have different construction phases, so you can have as many of these as you want. This is the rune, not a vinyl mesh. If you click on it, you can restore it. The watchtowers push away the darkness, which I do have turned off right now, but what the fog does look like is this. So the more followers you have, the more buildings, more watchtowers, the brighter it is. But that part is still kind of in development. Another thing you can do is with the bell tower, you can empower the watchtowers, which will give it kind of an upgrade and push back the darkness more. You can also smite things. So if there are runes, it will create a little lava hex and a desert and destroy the building. And then after a little bit of time, that goes away. You can always restore it again. There's a few other things. You can grow forests, so if you don't have enough lumber, you can always create some. A lot of different things you can create. A little altar. A very big gateway. Doesn't do anything yet. You can build a house. Technically, you should be able to have 3 houses per hex. Right now, I think it's only 2 most of the time. Yeah. Different buildings do cost different amount of resources, so these buildings cost, I think, 5 lumber. And you're going to go through, and the more things you do will randomly spawn agents, or you'll have to go rescue them and get more and prayers.